Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You tried lifting the lid, but the enormous weight of the dirt upon the lid prevents you from opening the lid. You then try banging on the lid to maybe unsettle the dirt upon the lid, and maybe somebody will notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help. You know you can't do it on your own. You don't know where to turn for help. In reality, there are probably people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you're abusing drugs and alcohol that maybe, just maybe, you might overdose and take something away that God had given you called life? And if that's not selfish enough, taking your life away from the people that love and count on you most, like your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your children, even your grandchildren, is so selfish. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person that I just talked about that went to their grave without seeking help. Instead, pick up the phone and call me at 844-405-HELP, and I promise you, I will help you take your life back. Let's talk about 16 ways to stop domestic violence in your community. Stop Domestic Violence is World Organization's latest report on violence against women that was released in June 2000 indicated that there are some regions in the world, over 35% of the regions, of women who suffer from partner violence. With these staggering numbers, it is very real possibility that every one of us knows a woman who is facing domestic violence somewhere or another. The intervention of neighbors and the wider community is one of the keys to stopping violence. To start a list, or to start a video, I should say, I will provide 16 tips to stop domestic violence within your community. I hope you utilize at least 10 of these tips if you know anyone that has or is being abused. Why don't we start right now? Let's go to tip number 1. For the wider community, domestic violence tip number 1, you know the signs. The first step to action to familiarize individuals and community with possible signs and indicators of domestic violence. These signs can vary and do not always come into physical symptoms because domestic violence is not just limited to physical attacks such as beatings. It includes many forms of abusive behavior enacted to control the victim all the way around. And it's, again, not just in a physical sense. So we have to be very aware of this. Domestic violence number 2. Get your community educated. A good start by starting domestic violence from your community or neighborhood is to start educating as many people as possible about the cause and the signs of domestic violence, its impact, and how to intervene safely in your community. This can be done in collaboration with your local domestic violence shelter or women's organization or police community outreach officers who can work with the community, work with you, work with local schools, local companies to organize, implement talking points, town hall meetings, and other group sections to do this. Number 3, get your community organized. There is a safety and influence in numbers when intervening to stop abuse or making your community a place. Domestic abuse, I should say, making your community a better and safer place and domestic violence free. So just as many neighborhoods that have neighborhood watch to stop crime, start organizing a network of folks who will commit to intervene in domestic violence situations, help the victims leave their abusers safely, and furthermore. Number 4 is boost your community support network with technology. If you have a smartphone and the victim has a smartphone, consider downloading a safety app for the women, many of which have been designed to automatically go off during a crisis with just a click of the finger. These are apps that can be downloaded. Number 5, stopping the violence is a good business. Domestic violence has cost economies and companies millions of dollars in lost time, medical care, and productivity. In the U.S. alone, the cost estimated at $8.3 billion a year. If you are a business owner and a senior member of a company, director, board member, or a senior manager, be proactive in getting educated about how to intervene in domestic violence so that we can cut down It's not even just the $8.3 billion, but it's everything else that comes along with it. Number 6 is ring the bell. If you are a neighbor of a family experiencing domestic violence, please take the time to ring their bell when you hear a violent situation happening. You could use the old neighborhood approach about asking to borrow a cup of sugar or some milk as an excuse. If you feel that it could get dangerous, bring another person who will be there to witness. Check out this guy who is your neighbor and make sure everything's fine. Number 7 is bring back up. Intervening with domestic violence situations can be dangerous, especially if the abuser has weapons and might be intoxicated or possibly on drugs. If you are unable to get help from your local shelter or police, make sure you bring another friend or member along to respond to the call. Number 8, be the backup. If your neighbor, friend, or co-worker, classmate, mother, sister, daughter, brother, daughter-in-law, niece, or cousin is facing domestic violence, let them know that you'll be willing to witness or to intervene on their behalf while you are around. So bring another person. Number 9, make the call. Now, if the situation is beyond simply neighborly intervention, the abuser has a gun and uses during abuse, call the police or your local emergency services immediately. Provide critical information such as location, names, contact number, and whether or not you wish to remain anonymous. Do not intervene personally during those times. It can get dangerous. Be friends with someone emotionally unable to and unequally supported. That is the time to help. Number 10 would be listen to the empowering signs, noises, screams, possibly yelling, a lot of yelling, door slamming, window slamming, dishes breaking. These are all signs that you might want to listen to, especially if it's coming from your neighborhood. Number 11, be on standby. If you suspect your friend, co-worker, staff, or family member of suffering domestic violence, offer to be on standby for a text or a call during these emergencies. Have your phone on fully charged at all times and keep it on you. Do not let the battery run out, because your fully charged phone could save someone's life. Number 12, have an intervention plan. Work out a plan to get an intervention operation in action at any given moment. Have the following numbers on standby for your use: National Domestic Helpline, local domestic shelter, local police, wherever the victim survivor is located, the sheriff's department, and keep all these numbers not only just on your cell phone, but keep them maybe on a piece of paper in your pocket. Number 13, provide some relief. If you know domestic violence survivor who is being kept at home without relief, or do a random act of kindness for her. Offer to babysit at the children for the children for a few hours while the abuser is out, so she can take a breather. Offer to pick up groceries for her on your grocery run. Simple little acts like these can help someone who's being abused. Number 14, check in regularly. If you fear for your friend, co-worker, classmate, or even family member's life, call or text once a day at a random time to see if she is all right. If it's your neighbor, keep an eye on the house from your window. Keep your ears pricked for any signs of sounds of violence. Number 15, be a resource. Help your friend in assisting when she needs it, whether it's legal information, local domestic violence programs, or finding a safe place through battered women's shelter. The greatest danger a woman faces in these situations is often the actual process of leaving. So let today be the first day of your domestic violence assistance. Number 16, document everything. Document any incidents that you witness. Take notes of the dates, times, injuries, and any other observations. Your ongoing documentation can help bolster a victim's courage and credibility when they are finally willing to pursue legal actions against their partner. These are the 16 signs. These are the things that you need to do as a witness, a friend, a loved one. Let today be the first day of bringing awareness to within your community of domestic violence, because domestic violence will not be tolerated, will not be accepted, and it's up to all of us to stand up against the abusers. It's up to all of us to help the victims. Let today be the first day of your assistance within your community of domestic violence, and take care, and may God bless you.